Alright guys, trying to get some things set up. Sam, hey Sam, how's everything going with you, man? I'm doing real good. I'm actually doing real good today on this Friday. I had a live stream earlier. So once a month, I've been doing a giveaway, like a hardware giveaway that I do on my Twitch channel. And I actually did that earlier today. It was kind of earlier throughout the day. That went good. Gave away some. Where is it? Do I have it back here in the back? Maybe it's on the other side. There it goes. Kind of see it. Some keyboards, some mouse, RAM. It was fun, man. Good vibes. A lot of people came. Got to hang out with a lot of people. It was good. It actually was real good. How about yourself? How's everything going with you? How's your day going? Got any plans for the weekend? Gonna do anything special this weekend? So some give it a few more minutes. There's a few things I want to kind of talk about in the live stream, and also, so of course, it's Friday, tequila time. So just relaxing over the weekend. Cool, man. Yeah, that's nice. Nothing wrong with that. Gotta relax every once in a while. That's for sure. I'm about to relax. Gonna have me some tequila. Relax as well. Some Dulce Vida tequila. So it's blanco. Uh, I'm interested to taste this one. Now this is stronger than normal. So we'll see how this turns out to be. Hey, what up, Random? So we got Random in the house. So you're part of my my other channel, man. So no, thanks for joining. So Sam, Random. So Random joins a lot of my live streams whenever I do my streaming on my gameplay. But he's part of this channel. He follows me on my programming channel too. So he just joined right now. So what's up to Random for sure. But yeah, again, on Fridays I taste new tequilas. You know, see, kind of get I'm a tequila guy, so I like to kind of see what's good, what's not good. Kind of make some decisioning from there. So the tequila that I'm gonna be tasting today, it called Dulce Vida. So we'll see if it's good or not. It is 50% instead of 40, so it's stronger, right? Than just in general tequila for sure. But about to give it a taste, and we'll see how good is or not it is, right? Let me get something set up real quick, guys, and then we'll get started. There's a few. So again, there's a few things I wanted to talk to y'all about as well, and kind of want to let y'all know certain things, and but we'll do that in a minute. I'm just trying to get a few things set up real quick. So also just kind of FYI. Oh man, you know what? I don't have it on here, or do I? I don't think I do. There it goes. There's my chats. There's my chats. I was wondering, like, man, where my chats at? But okay, there they go. Cool. Y'all can see all the chats. So I am streaming on my Twitch channel as well, but of course it's a different. The category on Twitch is just chatting instead of some sort of gameplay or anything. So all right, cool. That at least I got that set up properly. So let me just get my tequila a smell real quick. Dude, this smells good. Gotta say, this smells pretty good. It has a nice smell to it, I gotta say. A real nice smell to it. So, So just kind of a few things I want to talk to y'all to on the stream. I want to talk about relates to coding to some extent, but slightly different topic. So one of the things I'm going to be doing on this channel, on the programming channel, is so I have some plans of what I want to do long term. Right, we'll see if things get to that point, but like anything, you got to try, you got to put effort, and that's at the minimum. That's all I can do, and then let everything fall. See what happens. See if things fall in place or things do not fall in place. Right. So that's all I can do. But what I have a vision of how I want the channel to be long term. And so some of the things I'm going to do to kind of start putting things in place is I'm going to set up a Discord server. So on that server is going to be related to code related channels, like Python channel, AWS channel, an Azure channel, and I think I may even do a JavaScript. Like I know how to code in JavaScript. Like I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I know how to do JavaScript. I do deal with front end, and I do think knowing JavaScript is kind of key if you're dealing with web apps. Even if you're dealing with Python on the back end, front end by all means JavaScript. So it makes total sense to probably include that in the mix as well. And then there'll be probably other channels over time, and that would be a place where, as people that of course are follow my channel that want to be part of that group could join the Discord, right? And it will be an area where people could find some support as well. So as people have requests, have like, hey, I have this issue, I'm trying to solve this problem, or maybe they have errors like, hey, I'm getting this error, I need some help. Have like certain sections on there for help as well. But I want to add more to it than just that, because my plans for that channel, it's like long term, is kind of more of a especially as my channel grows and we start kind of building like a following and little small community where we could help each other out. So like one of the things that I'm gonna be doing is I know some people have asked like, hey, how do I get my job? How do I get a job if I'm out of college? What are certain things I could do? And I have some slight small input, but honestly, I don't really know firsthand because I didn't go to college, right? I didn't go the traditional path to where I got. I kind of went a different path. Had to kind of grind it out, and it was a different grind. It wasn't the same kind of grind as somebody who go to college and then try to get their first job. It was different. Let's see what random say. Oh boy. Oh, by the way, I would mod on the gaming channel. Should I contact you or what? I'm a mod on the gaming channel. Yeah, I need to set you up, random. I don't know if I have or if I haven't, but if I haven't, I do need to set you up on. Am I streaming on the gaming channel right now? I just thought about it, or I'm on the on my other channel. Let me make sure I'm streaming on my programming channel, not on my gaming channel on YouTube. Let me just make sure here. Let me. I don't know why. Now that you mentioned it, I just thought about it. Man, they'll tell me I'm streaming on the wrong channel. Nope, I'm streaming on the right channel. Cool. Alright, cool, never mind. I'm on the right channel. But, Dr. James. What up, Dr. James? You own your own business, like an LLC, S Corp, or primary consulting? So, I do, LLC. So right now it's small, of course. It's me, one contractor, and then one full-time employee. So we pretty much handle a lot of the projects that we work on, and that's kind of what I want to try to do, right? As things like, again, my vision for the channel, as it starts to grow, there's certain things that I want to kind of do to kind of help out in that area. Like for example, as the channel grows and we start getting following or people that want to learn how to program, probably even do some courses that we do. That's part of the Discord. We'll do like certain sessions, maybe like 2 nights a week, and we'll be, me or somebody else, right? I'm not saying I don't think I'm the best teacher around, but have anybody who wants to volunteer, and we'll put a schedule, put something together, and start teaching people. Maybe it's like a 3 to 6 months program, and we'll be teaching people. And then also, since I do have my own business, if I do have projects to work on, some of these, whoever wants to get some hands-on experience, I would hire them as contractors if they wanted to, and they could get some experience as well, as jobs are available, of course, to do some work. And hopefully that'll kind of help to give them some more experience as well. And then ultimately, the other final piece that I'm actually starting to do. There's a few people that I'm kind of trying to work some stuff right now behind the scenes that are very good when it comes to your resumes and how to get your first job, and how to do that kind of stuff. That are programmers, they're software developers, software engineers. So I'm working on getting some of these guys to join my Friday night live streams, like what I'm doing now, and then they could kind of give you some input, like give whoever's viewing, their input on what you could do, some tips and tricks for resume reviews, and maybe even try to have some of these guys, if they're willing to review your resume live on the live stream, if anybody wants their resume reviewed. So I'm working on some of that stuff right now. Like today, I'm actually working on that behind the scenes. So maybe in the next couple of weeks, I'll get a few people on my live stream that are more. I'm not good at that kind of stuff, but they are better, way better than I am on that kind of stuff. And hopefully they come on the live stream and they can kind of give you their feedback, their input on what you could do. Like anybody that's trying to get a job right now, what is that you could do? Anybody that needs help with the resume, they could give you some tips and tricks. But I'm trying to get people on my channel, on my live stream, to kind of give you that kind of feedback. But that's where the Discord channel will come in as well. As I start building the channel, I want to grow that where we could have people that part of the Discord community that are, you want to call them resume experts, right? And things of that nature. So like that, when people are looking for jobs, people are out of college looking for jobs, they could kind of connect with these guys that are kind of, good at that kind of stuff, and they could kind of give them the guidance, right? Point them the right way. Yeah, can you also perhaps on the Discord discuss how a small business? Yeah, for sure, dude. That's actually a real good idea, honestly, because you don't have to be like, you don't need to have an LLC or nothing like that either, right? Damn, did my channel? Okay, never mind. Cool. I thought I got disconnected for some reason. Like, you don't need to have an LLC or nothing like that. There's some contract. Like, here's the thing. The contractors that I have hired in the past to come, work on specific projects for me. A lot of these guys, they're not LLC or nothing, right? They're literally just contractors. They're self-employed people. So I hire them as self-employed, which means when I hire them as a contractor, I use QuickBooks. They just use their Social Security or information to fill out the W-9 form, which is kind of like a contractor form, and then that's how I pay them, right? And ultimately I report it to Uncle Sam at the end of the year. But that's all you need, man. If you're doing stuff for companies directly, that would be like what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say you're doing like consultant work, like freelancer. That was the word I'm looking at. Let's say you're a freelancer and you're doing, whether it be WordPress websites for a neighbor or somebody who has a business or whatever. A lot of the time, they're just going to write a check to your name, right? They'll write a check, hey, it's to your name, They're not asking for any information. And most of the time, they're not in a way that it's a business. But those are stuff that you're right. I don't think a lot of people know that kind of stuff. They may not be aware of, like, hey, they just may not be aware of what's going on there. Let me know if y'all have an issue with the live stream, guys, because I feel like for some reason it's kind of getting disconnected and they're reconnecting or something. At least that's what it seems like on my side. I don't know if that's actually what's happening or not. But if you are noticing some disconnections and then reconnections, yeah, let me know. So at least so I'm aware of what's happening. So that's it. Kind of going back to what Dr. James was mentioning about the small business, and yes, there are things, and those are things that I want to kind of get included as well, because those, like, people right now that are out there that let's say you can't get a job, right? Like, just say you're not able to get a job because it just, for whatever reason, right? Well, your option could be freelancing. You take a small gigs here and there, and I have done that. Like, I have experience of, because I have done that before. And there's things that you could do, like certain contracts to put together, and that's kind of where the whole Discords comes in play as well too. If you're gonna be doing freelance work, or you're gonna start your own LLC, like, what are the steps? What how do you register? What do you need to know? Um, if you're gonna be having contracts, what kind of contracts should you have? Like, puts templates together so people could use and just kind of fill in the blanks if they're gonna be doing that, those kind of work, projects. Like, some of the stuff that I have learned as well is take money up front before you start a project, because I can tell you right now, I have worked on projects already where the project starts, and maybe, let's say, halfway through the project stops. It gets killed. And what happens is, if you don't collect money up front, at least a portion, doesn't have to be all of it, but a portion up front, when they cancel the project midway through, in their mind, they're like, oh, project's over, so we're not going to do the project. If you never got paid from them, there's a good chance they're not going to give you nothing. It depends on the client, of course, but there's some clients, and their mind, they're like, oh, well, since I'm not really getting a deliverable anymore, I don't owe you nothing, right? That's their mentality, which is, like, very false. Like, no, man, I did work. I did half of the work that was needed. Like, you should pay me something, but not all clients feel that way, right? But again, that's real good example of yes, on why we should include that as well in the Discord, so people that are freelancing or want to start their own business, they can kind of have input or expectations what to do, and that kind of stuff I could answer firsthand because I went through that. I had my struggles in the beginning. You got your ups and downs. There are a lot of things to know about that. So, yeah, I think that would be a good subject for sure. Needs 007. Hey, man, what's up? How you doing? Say, how are you? I'm doing good, man. How about yourself? You're doing good? It's a no issues. Everything's smooth. All right, cool. No, that's good to hear. Seems like everything good on the stream. For whatever reason, though, I don't know why. Maybe there's just some kind of lag on the software that I'm using. Like, it seems like, I don't know why it showed like 0 viewers on, but I know somebody's on because I'm seeing text messages coming back. So at least I know not to think nothing of it. Yeah, it's very competitive out there right now. At the same time, a lot of opportunities. It is. I can tell you that right now. It is, and through my experience too, I would tell you right now, is building relationships is very key. Very key if you're going to be successful. You're going to be running, like, doing freelance work or doing that kind of stuff. You want to have a good reputation. You want to be reliable. And you want to build relationships, right? Those are very key. A lot of the business that I have received have been from people that I have worked with in the past. So, kind of good example. Like, I work, kind of have my own business. I do have my own business now. Well, a lot of my customers that are my customers today, some of them used to be people that I worked with in the past. like 8 years ago or whatever. But because I build relationships, and of course people go their own way, like they went somewhere else, they went to another job, then I went to another job, then eventually I started my own business, and then what happened is we kind of meet up somehow, or we communicate somehow, and then of course they ask like, "Hey, what do you do?" And that's when I tell them, "Oh, I have my own business. I do X, Y, and Z." They're like, "Oh, you do?" And then next thing you know, we're talking. They're like, "Hey, man, we're looking for somebody to do this or to do that. Do you think you'd be interested?" And then of course, like, sure. And next thing you know it, boom, they gave me business. And then they tell somebody else, like, hey, this is my guy for this kind of stuff. And then of course word of mouse, and then you start getting other business. Um, so again, very, very, but those are all things where, like for me, I'm a big fan of don't burn your bridges. Even if you're at a work environment that just feels so crappy, not all the people may be crappy. Let's say your boss is crappy, right? You just got a bad boss is just an ass, and it just kind of like sucks going to work because of him. Um, Still, at least try to have a nice relationship with everybody else. Even your boss. Again, keep in mind, even your boss, because who knows, man? Who knows, right? One day, I mean, people change. Maybe he gets, whatever, something happens, and I don't know, right? But just try to be, don't try to don't try to burn bridges. Put it that way. Um, yeah, all seem very interesting, useful topic for both video and Discord discussion. Yeah, I totally agree, man. Totally agree. So, and that's kind of part of some of the plans that I have, long term. I do feel it's gonna take time. Like some of the stuff I'm gonna start building sooner, like the Discord channel. It will get set up this year, and we'll start getting active this year. And then of course, as that will eventually grow little bit by little bit. There's other stuff that I have plans to do, and that would come over time. Like for example, as my channel grows, kind of give you somewhat an example, right? So when you look at what are some of the big tech channels right now, like you have like Linus Tech Tips, where they're very, very big. So maybe I shouldn't say them per se, but you have J 2 cents, for example. You have Gamers Nexus. There's other channels, but I mean they're not the only ones. I'm just trying to think of the ones that at least I follow. So let's just stick with those two guys, right? Gamer Nexus and J 2 cents. They're not as big as Line and Tech Tips, but they have a team. They have a team behind the scenes. Small team, maybe a team of like 4 or 5 or whatever. I think Gamer Nexus probably have a bigger team than that. But either way, they have a team behind the scenes, that's kind of helping do the analyzing the hardware, doing all that stuff. Well, my plan is I want to do something similar to that, but more in the sense of coding, right? A good, like when it comes to cloud, whenever Amazon or Azure release some kind of new service on their platform, okay, review what is the service, what's the service about. Hey, we got Slayer in the house. What's up, Slayer? So again, I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so you will see a little Twitch icon on the chat. So some guys are popping in from Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, man. So again, we're just talking. We're talking just code, just different stuff, right? Different subjects. But yeah, guys, man, appreciate it for joining. I know some of y'all that are joining from Twitch. Most of the time, it's kind of me more gaming. Today we're just chatting, but I'm chatting about some plans of the future of what I have for my YouTube channel, and how I see that expanding, and what I hope to get out of it, long term, right? It's going to be a long term effort, but I do feel like starting to kind of build a little following. I know some of the people that I have been communicating that join live streams are starting to be more reoccurring, which I appreciate that a lot. I really do. Again, I do feel little by little bit, man. It'll get there. But that's kind of the plan with that, where just like the way Gamer Nexus and J 2 cents, they're always keeping up with the newer hardware, testing it out, and finding specs and this and that. That's kind of what I want to do, but in the sense of code and services. So like even with programming, right? Since I'm more focused on Python, Like, hey, let's do tests. Let's like really, let's deploy an app in, let's say, Python, C Sharp, and JavaScript or whatever, and then we run benchmarks against it, and we'll see, okay, where is the true bottleneck? Like, what are the actual, like, where does each language fail? Like fell at? Is it a million requests per second? Is it a 10,000 million requests I mean, whatever it is. There's stuff out there, but I'm just using that for example where, run benchmarks, do those kind of tests. But also when there's new stuff that comes out, test it out. When new services come out for AWS, okay, what are these new services? How do you use it? Because all the time when it's new, the documentation is very limited. So have a team, like not just me, but just like the way J2Send and Gamer Nexus and all these guys, they have a small team behind the scenes. Same concept. We'll have a team behind the scenes, and we'll be testing it out. We'll be doing research over, a lot of the new services. We'll be making videos right away after we test it out. Then we'll come out with videos like, hey, this is what the service is about. This is how you use it. These are the benefits. These are the cons. Like, who should use the service, and why would you use it, and who really should not use it. Like, if you're using, it's kind of like, again, a good example like AWS Glue, and what's the other one? AWS damn it, what I had no the damn name, I can't think of it. AWS EMR. Yeah, that's what it is, EMR. So like those services, EMR does a lot of like ETL jobs, but there depends on what you're doing, right? Like when that would be a good example when it first came out. What are the benefits? Who benefits from going to it? That kind of stuff. What do you recommend for starting to get in to ML? So machine learning. If you're starting to get into machine learning, so I'm not a machine learning expert, so that's kind of why I'm kind of hesitating on trying to answer these questions properly. I have some knowledge of it, of course, but that's not really my expertise either in that area. Um, I know there's tools to use for machine learning. I think when it comes to programming on that, um, there are like training sets and things of that nature that you could feed your process to ultimately get better. But yeah, I'm not, you know, I mean, from a language, you're right. Python is what you could use, but ideally though, it'll be more packages that you will more be using within Python. Like, I'm trying to think what are some of the machine learning packages that are out there today that are very popular. Like, let's see. Again, that's not really my um, expertise, machine learning. But that's one of those things where, because that is not my strengths, that is where, again, kind of looking at it long term, having a team. That's where we have a team that would be. Everybody will kind of have their own skill set. That's the idea, right? Somebody would be good in AI and machine learning. Somebody else may be more of an expert when it comes to API, development, whether it be GraphQL, REST API, whatever, but they'll be more, that's their niche in that area. Um, servers, setting up servers, that's another. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. We got to start somewhere. I think initially it'll be starting just from a programming language, but then we'll start digging into different layers. Well, what are we going to do with that programming language, right? We're going to be working with APIs, machine learning, AI. I mean, the list goes on. Data processing, ETLs, right? There's so much more. So I'm trying a new tequila that I bought today. Dude, it's good. It has a little small burn to it, but I know why though, because it's damn 100 proof. I didn't realize it, so I better not drink too much of it. You're gonna sip on it. Yeah, there you go. Yep, he mentioned that. So that is a good one to look into for sure. And but I'm gonna keep everybody here like as I started kind of getting things rolling again. I'll be talking about it on my live stream. I'll be letting y'all know once the Discord server set up. I'll let y'all know as well to the live stream and provide the URL so anybody who wants to join. Um, but again, it'll be a small. Um, uh, it will be a work in progress, pretty much, right? And we'll start building on from there. As well, I'll be looking for mods to kind of help to moderate the server. I'm gonna be looking for people that want to help out as well, just more from behind the scenes type stuff. And the plan again, same thing with that. The plan with that would be initially just all be volunteer basis, but once the channel becomes where it's making money, then of course, these people will get paid. Because I'm not trying to get people to do things for free either. It just be one of those deals where anybody who wants to volunteer as well, get them to volunteer up front, and then of course, as the channel does start to make money, then there'll be some wage compensation for their help in those areas. And but I'm gonna be kind of working on that, on trying to build that, start building a small team as well. So I've been getting a lot of requests of like, hey, can you make a video for this? Hey, can you make a video for this? Can you make a video for this? And so on, so on. So I'm kind of getting a lot of requests coming in. In the same time, I can only do so many, right? Because I'm just a one man guy right now. Um, on top of that, there's some stuff that I work on. Like I was working on one video specifically this week, and I was just having issues. Like, dude, I was having issues, so I had to debug, I had to figure out what's going on. So, man, I probably spent a few hours, and I still haven't figured it out. I had to stop and move on to something else. But those are those scenarios where, like, man, there's sometimes you're trying to figure something out where you get stuck. And now it's like, okay, damn, you done spend X amount of hours and you still haven't solved the problem. And those times when that happens, that kind of sucks because it does slow you down from like just continuing on. Um, but again, those are some of the things that it's in the works. I'm working on. I'm working on getting some people to so what we may see in the future, and that's kind of what I'm working on. I may get people, other software developers to start joining my live stream, and I want to get other people's views on certain things. Like I want to get people that are very good on machine learning, because again, I'm not good at machine learning. I'm pretty sure I could figure certain things out that I may need for specific projects, but that's not my expertise either. So I want to be able to kind of bring in a machine learning developer on, kind of get his input. He kind of showed, just like the way you're asking questions about like, hey, what's the best package? How do I get started? What do I do? Things of that nature. Where they could kind of come in, and I could ask those kind of questions to him. He'd be like, yeah, sure. Go check out this resource. Go to this website. They have some tutorials perhaps, or go check this out. And, they'll be able to kind of provide better info. And that's kind of one of the things that I want to start doing with the channel as well, right? It's all about how can we, help the viewers that are watching through the form of either tutorial video that I'm making, through the forms of again, knowledge from other. It doesn't have to be myself, but even if I bring on other content creators or other people on here, other engineers, have their feedback, get their input. But that's kind of all where, like kind of with the Discord server, like I want to have a section there for resumes. Dude, resumes, even though it's one of the deals that seems so simple, like, oh, I could type a resume. Dude, it's actually more complex than that. Now there's like a strategy, man. A lot of resumes are being reviewed by automation, and automation are looking for certain patterns. So unless you know what these patterns are, if you build a resume that is like paragraph and paragraph and paragraph, that's like old school. Nobody does that no more. People don't want to look at those kind of resumes. But again, if you don't know better, you'll be building a resume that looks like that. And then of course it'll get rejected by all of the systems. Nobody gonna look at your resume. Like, I have been on the hiring side as well, and I don't mean for like my business, but I mean more from a sense of a company that I worked for like 5-6 years ago. Longer than that, man. I think it was like 6-7 years ago. They asked me if I could help on try to hire somebody, because I was a more technical guy and this was for a technical role. So I was part of the interview process of trying to help them out. So of course I had to go through resumes, dude. I went through like dozens of resumes. I can tell you right now, the first few resumes I went through and kind of read from top to bottom. And after that, like, dude, I'm not gonna read another 20 resumes like this. So you're just like scamming through. And I will tell you right now, a lot of people that are hiring, a lot of people, they don't want to go through that. So they're going to be scamming through. They want clean, decisive, you know, bullet points of what it is that describes what you know, right? I mean, but again, those are the kind of tips that unless you know to do it, but if you don't know, you won't know, right? And that's kind of where, that's the whole deal, right? With the whole Discord, have a section, a channel for resumes, so people that do know can kind of give each other tips, and people that want to share their resume. And again, as the channel grows, we could have, especially if we get a lot of people that need help, maybe have like a monthly live session where I'll bring somebody on that knows about resumes, and they could do resume reviews live with me on the live stream, where we'll kind of pick a few resumes and they could scan it through and tell you the good and bad of your resume, what you should do, what should you remove, things of that nature, right? So that's just an example of certain things that I kind of have planned. Things change, of course. We'll see how things adjust, but that's kind of the vision that I have, that I kind of want to do for the channel. And I think it would be good for everybody, man. I think it would be good for everybody. Like, so one of the things that I haven't seen in a YouTube channel, like at least from my software standpoint, so I make available time every week for any of my viewers to book time with me. Like, they could go look at my calendar and they could actually go book time with me, 30-minute sessions, to ask me whatever, whether it be me reviewing their code, whether it be me just giving some input, guidance, whatever it is, they could book time for that. I want to do that, but also grow that as well, because I've been getting more and more people that have been booking time with me. So I want to be able to, like, all right, how can we expand that? And that's part of the process I want to do as well too, where as that starts to grow even more and more, allocate more time, have people part of the team as well that could kind of help out for the one-on-one sessions. Again, this is more long-term, but that's kind of the plan, right? There's different things that I want to do like that. 'Cause I have not seen anybody do anything like that. I have not seen anybody on YouTube be like, hey, here's my calendar. If you need some time, some one-on-one session, go book time. That's not how it normally works, and that's not what nobody's doing, which is very different what people are doing today. So I want to kind of incorporate that, continue to incorporate that, if anything, expand on that, because I know I'll be getting more and more bookings every week. So I want to be able to expand on that, build a small team, and then we'll be able to assist people, right? We'll probably create a process that makes more sense, like, hey, tell us in advance what your issues are. So if anything, we could at least spend a few minutes before the meeting to, be able to kind of look into it somewhat. So when we do meet, we have an idea of what we're trying to solve, or how we're trying to help, right? Things of that nature. But again, that's just part of what I'm hoping to kind of get out of the channel. And I think, again, I think that it will get there. Just a matter, but I'm being realistic too. I don't think it's gonna get there like in the next couple of months. I do feel that growing the channel the way, at least in my mind, the way I envision it, probably going to take about 2 to 3 years, to be honest with you. And that's totally fine, right? The way I see it is there's a lot of work to be done. There's a process. I'm going to enjoy the process. I'm going to learn from now to then through the process, whatever the process ends up being. So there'll be a lot of learning experience. And hopefully, again, hopefully if the channel gets to the point I'm having, it'll be a win in so many ways, because we'll be building a community, helping each other out, providing knowledge, helping people solve problems, like real problems, man. Not just like, hey, here's this coding example of how to do something. No, like really walk into like actual problems that people have and walk through these problems and how to solve it. Be a source, just like the way Gamer Nexus and Jay's 2 cents and even Linus, right? The way they are, where they're like up to date on the latest technology of hardware. Well, I want to be where we're up to date of the latest technology in software, the latest technology of what AWS is doing, what Azure is doing, things like that. So as new services come up, we'll be testing the new services. We'll be seeing what works as new software comes out, or like for example, I have got requests like, hey, can you show me how to do integration with Salesforce? Now the problem is, I don't have a Salesforce environment, but if I did have an environment, then yeah, we could do testing and we could make a video over it and all of that. And I got their sandbox environment, but their sandbox environment does not provide a API. It has to be the enterprise environment. Well, you got to pay for the enterprise. So again, it's this whole, to even do testing, you got to buy you got to have the enterprise license, which you got to pay for, which I don't know how much it is. Probably a couple $100 to $1,000+ a month. But those are some of the things where, again, as the channel grows, and we'll be able to afford to allocate money to the resources like that to buy the licenses, and then we have a team, and we will be able to then start testing all the functionality to the API and all that kind of stuff, and then make videos related to that. I'm using Salesforce as an example because that's one of the ones that came up, but there's other applications out there that are not you don't really find too many videos for if you're trying to do integration with. And so there's a lot of questions like, hey, how do I integrate with that? Things of that nature, right? So, and then also one of the things that I wanted to kind of do on top of that would be have projects that we would, like open source projects that we would build. And this would be a good way for the newbies, people that are new in the industry, and they want to kind of get like experience of, hey, how do you work with a team? If you're working with a team, how would that be, right? Like if you're working for a company, how would it be when you're working for a team? You got to do it. You got to check out the code. You're going to work on a specific feature. You got to check it back in. Somebody has to review it, do all that kind of stuff, right? Like how do that flow works? Because when you're brand new, you may not know how that operates, how that works. And I think to be able to give people like real experience of how that works, people that are real new, again, that would be part of the something that we would do as well. We would end up, having open source projects that we'll be working on, and then we have leads for each projects. And then ultimately, as people that are brand new that are trying to learn, let's say they just finished a boot camp, and or so on. Well, now if they want to participate, we would work with them. Like we would just have somebody kind of give them guidance of, all right, this is the flow of how this works, and they could work on certain features on certain projects that we do. Again, it'll be all open source, but they could contribute to the projects, and then kind of build certain tools that we see fitting as well to build. There are going to be some tools that I'm going to be building, from probably now to the end of the year as well, because I do have a domain for my name, my I am Liu. I do have a domain registered called iamliu.net. So I'm going to end up, creating a website, and I'm going to create a subdomain called apps. So I'm going to be, as I start creating these small feature apps, I'm going to be publishing them to that website. And then of course, as certain projects I work on, I'll be publishing as well to that are, again, available like tools for people to use. But again, though, I think open source projects like that, where we could work on, and then it'll be very beneficial for the newbies who are brand new, right? Whether they're out of college, just finished a boot camp, something, right? But they don't have hands-on experience. They kind of get a feel for that, kind of get that hands-on experience if they want to participate, and it wouldn't be just like a normal um, open source project where you kind of need to know what you're doing to begin with. This would be more of a you kind of working. We'll have some people, some like leads that would kind of help guide the newbies as well, direct them, and give them some direction and input. So like that, it'll help them out as well. And hopefully with that experience, it'll kind of give them a little bit more confidence as well when they do finally get their first job. And talking about job, that's the other thing again. So one of the other things that I would want to do on top of that would be, okay, so how can we help people get jobs? Whether it be me, hey, what's up? Hey, man, how you doing? I see you're on Twitch, so yeah, man. So I'm actually streaming on YouTube and Twitch on both. So that's why I mentioned Twitch, just because I do have people watching on YouTube, and just so at least they're aware of. But no, man, we're doing good. We're just talking code, just kind of future things that I have in the works. I have in the queue to do with my YouTube channel and with Discord, and to pretty much help out the community, man. Help out people to kind of grow in that field of programming, and what we could do as well to help them out to get experience, man. Try to help them to get a job, right? I mean, we all want jobs, and it's a little bit tough sometimes, man, when you're a software developer, especially when you're new, man. When you're brand new and you just learn how to code, maybe you went to a boot camp or something, and now you're out of a boot camp. Because I've heard so many stories where I hear people say, I went to a boot camp. It was like a 12-week boot camp, which, here's the thing, I actually think is kind of short. 12 weeks is kind of short. But nevertheless, that's a whole different subject and debate. But they took a boot camp, and now they can't get a job. Nobody wants to give them a job. Nobody wants to give them an interview, put it that way. Not even a job, but an interview or anything. And here's the thing, though. I have actually hired people that have come out of boot camps before as well. And I'm going to be honest with you, the experience was not as good. I'm not saying that everybody comes out like that in boot camps, but the one that I have hired two people that come out of boot camps, and they were not that good. And I think a lot of it has to do. It's a short period of time when you have somebody with no technical background at all, no programming background, no nothing, and now they're learning for 12 weeks how to program in whatever language, maybe JavaScript, and then you're learning, just pretty much being slammed with everything. It's too much, man. I really think it's too much to learn. And that's kind of where, again, one of the plans that I kind of have, that I want to build that. As I build my channel up, we would do some training. We will kind of have like some boot camp sessions that would be free. We're not going to charge like other companies charge. We're not going to charge for my boot camp, but I need to work with some people to kind of put a schedule of what all of that looks like. Put a training session, just kind of nail all of that down. And it wouldn't be 12 weeks. Honestly, I think it will be more like 6 months. And maybe it's something that we'll do, maybe like 4 to 6 months. And it was something that we would do probably just once a year, right? If it's a 4 to 6 month program, we'll do it once a year, and it will be free, totally free, right? We're not going to charge, and they will get the same or probably even better experience, I think, in ways, than a boot camp. But again, that could only happen as, funding's coming in through other sources like YouTube AdSense and things of that nature, right? Or sponsors that we get. As money comes in to those channels, then that will help fund the other stuff that we're trying to do, right? Help fund, kind of pay people that are going to be part of the team to kind of help out, pay for the different services they're going to be testing on, like AWS or Azure, all of that stuff. All that costs money, so it'll kind of help cover those kind of costs. But I think we'll get there. I think we will get there. It's going to take time. Again, I don't expect it to get there by the end of the year. I think it's going to be, in my mind, I have it in my mind, it's going to be a 2 to 3 year. It's a 2 to 3 year plan. That's how long I think it's going to take to get within that range where I think it's doable. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And yeah, man, hopefully we get there for sure. But again, I'm hanging out. I'm drinking some tequila. It's actually good. It smells real good, the tequila. I would say though, I did not notice, but this is 100 proof, so has a little burn to it. I'm used to 80 proof and it goes down smooth. This is 100 proof and it has a slight burn to it. So, man, I gotta make sure I don't drink too much, because then I'm gonna I don't want to get drunk or anything. But it's good. And again, those there who may not know, I'm a tequila guy. I don't drink all the time, of course, but when I do drink, that's my drink of choice, tequila. I'm tasting a lot of different tequilas, and so that's kind of what I've been doing, right? Tasting, see what's good, what's not good, and then whatever's good, of course, I keep, and whatever's not good. When I say not good, I don't mean that it's terrible, but it just one of those. It may be something I just don't buy again. Put it that way, right? I may still drink it slowly, or somebody comes over like, hey, you could drink that tequila, right? You could drink the stuff that I don't want. You could have, you could take a shot of that stuff, but the good stuff, no, that's my stuff. And but yeah, that's why I taste different ones, kind of see what's going on. And so also on my Twitch channel. So hey guys, just so y'all know, I don't know if y'all were on or not. So I do giveaways every month. I actually had a giveaway, and I need to probably cancel my Nightbot because I think I have some commands going out. Where is it at, man? That's not it. Oh, there is it under that? Oh, man, where is it at? Integration. There it goes. I found it. Timer, monthly giveaway. I need to disable this. There it goes. Cool. So, I started doing a giveaway on Twitch once a month, and may have it somewhere. Maybe you could see it. It's right here in the back. So right here, I have 3 keyboards, a mouse, and some RAM. So either way, I gave that away today, and it was fun, dude. It was fun. Got to meet some people, got to talk to some people on Twitch. Everything was real fun, man. Good vibes. A lot of good people came in, jumped in the stream, showed a lot of support. And that's something that I'm doing once a month, right? At the end of each month, I'm doing a live stream, and on my Twitch channel, I'm giving away some product, which again, in this case, was 3 keyboards, 32 gigs of RAM, and a Razer mouse. So, yeah, man, if be on the lookout for that if you want to join the streams on Friday on the monthly giveaways. So next month is going to be a little bit special. I'm going to be giving away a GPU. It's going to be either a 3060 Ti or 3070. So if you're in the need for a GPU, strongly recommend jump on the live stream next month, for that. But yeah, man, for today's live stream, guys, I just wanted to kind of talk on some of the plans that I have for the channel. It's going to take work, going to take effort by all means, but I'm going to start rolling some of the things out. I'm going to set up a Discord server. I'll get that, I'm going to put the link on my YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and find it once, I'll let everybody know as well. I'll probably send out a message, and of course, in my next live stream or whenever I do create it on my live stream, I'll let people know. I am going to be looking for some volunteers to do certain things. So if anybody wants to volunteer to be a mod, things like that, I'll be doing some some what's the word I'm looking for? I'll be accepting. I'll be meeting with certain people, and then just try to see if it's a good fit. But nevertheless, volunteers to be a mod for the Discord server, volunteer to be a mod for my YouTube channel, even. Um, what else? A What up, Cody? Cody one. What up, Cody? Just here, man, hanging out. Again, I'm drinking my tequila. It is Friday, so Friday tequila night. So that's what I'm having. This is actually 100 proof tequila, so I'm trying to drink it slow, not too fast. And just talking, man. We're hanging out, talking. I'm telling people here on the stream. So I'm actually streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So just FYI, I got some people watching on YouTube, some people watching on Twitch. It is, man, 100 proof. I'm used to 80 proof. That's normally what I drink. I just realized the bottle that I bought, it was 100 proof. So it's good, but it's has a little slight burn, man. I gotta say, little slight burn. Tequila doesn't burn. When I drink 80 proof tequila, I guess I'm used to it, but it does not give me a burn at all. But this has a little burn. So just gonna sip on it, and that's it. But man, no, I'm telling everybody how certain plans that I have with the channel, my YouTube channel, and also my Twitch channel. So I'm just mentioning right now, I had a giveaway earlier today. I do a giveaway at the end of the month every month. This is my second giveaway that I have done. Earlier today was my second giveaway on Twitch, and I gave away 3 keyboards. I think you can see it back here in the back. So 3 keyboards, 1 mouse, and some RAM. I gave away today, and some subs. I gave away subs as well. I think I gave away like 4 subs, gifted subs. When I say 4, I don't mean like literally 1 sub. I mean packs. I think it was like 5 to maybe 10 each time. So I gave away like 4 subs, gifted subs, but each one contained like 5 or 10 subs each or something like that. So but yeah, man, so that's something that I'm working on as well. I'm building the Twitch channel, man, building a little community there, a little following there, man. It's kind of been happening slowly, little by little bit, but building that, where people whenever I stream on Twitch, a lot of the times I'm playing, whether it be Halo Infinite or COD or something, and again, have whoever wants to play, have a little small group, right? We could all play together. If they don't want to play, they'll come follow the stream, man. Give nothing but good vibe, just hanging out, talking, things of that nature. But either way, it's there's a lot kind of happening right now. Building the YouTube channel. My YouTube channel been growing. It's a programming YouTube channel, so hey, if you're interested in programming stuff, again, you could always check out my channel. If you're not a follower yet, it's I am Lou on YouTube. But that's been growing slowly, but it's growing. It's good. Then same thing with Twitch, man. Start growing that channel as well too. And try to do something with it, man. Like there's a lot of people that grow their channel, because I see it all the time, man. I see it on Twitch, even on YouTube. They got a lot of followers. They get a lot of views. They have an audience. I don't know. Maybe again, this is very subjective, but I don't think they really do much with it. I don't know. In my mind, I don't think they really give back as much to the viewer, right? The audience. They don't interact as much with the audience. Like for YouTube, I see a lot of people make YouTube videos, but they don't ever interact with the audience because you can't, right? Unless you do live streams, that's the way you could interact to some degree with the audience. But even then, some of them don't even do live streams. All right, so they can't interact with the audience. And then also the one that don't interact with the audience, there's other stuff you could do, but they don't do either, man. Like one of the things I've been doing is I've been having time available for people that follow me on YouTube that have questions related to programming, where they could come and ask me, like, book time with me. I will meet with them and we would talk over their programming issues. I would give them some advice, that they may want, and I do that, right. I allocate time every week, and people have been booking time. That's the way I kind of give back and kind of interact with my audience. I don't know, man. Again, different views, and I get it. Maybe my view, the way I see it, not the same as everybody else, which is totally fine. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do, right? As I build my channel and things grow, I want to be able to do more stuff like that. Um, and but it's gonna take time. That's the thing about it. It is gonna take time. It's not gonna happen quick, which I totally understand, right? I don't have a controversial channel. I'm not being very political. I'm not touching on points that trigger people or whatever. And because of that, I know it's not my channel. Is not gonna just People are not just gonna flock over to my channel because of that, right? And that's totally fine, because that's not what I'm about either way. So it's gonna be a slow process, which is I'm totally okay with it. You got to put in the effort, put in the time, do the work, and of course things will. I'm pretty confident things will eventually get there. Got to take another sip. It's good though, I gotta say, man. Even though it's strong, it's actually good, as it has a good taste to it. Ooh, it's strong too. Like, I like the smell. That's what I like a lot too, man. The smell. But yeah, man. Again, just keep in mind, at the end of every month on Twitch, I'm gonna be doing monthly giveaways, and next month is gonna be a good giveaway, man. I'm gonna be giving away a GPU. I'm gonna be giving away other stuff too, like some keyboards, some mouses. But one of the big items is gonna be a GPU. So if you're in the need of GPU, man, I would recommend join next month on the live stream, which I believe next month would be. Let's see. It would be September 30th. There you go. 4 weeks from now. And it will be early. It's going to be an early live stream. So just FYI. Probably from like 10 or 3:30. So it is going to be an earlier live stream. But either way though, guys, man, I would recommend to jump in if needed. So again, right now I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. In a few, I am gonna, once I stop the live stream, just FYI, I am gonna be back, and I'm gonna be back online. But this time, I'm gonna be back to do some gameplay, whether it be Halo or Call of Duty. I'm not sure yet which one I'm gonna play. Dude, I actually struggled today of Halo. I was playing Halo earlier today when I was doing my stream, my giveaway. Dude, I struggled big time. And the reason why I struggled is because I've been practicing trying to get better on Call of Duty. Well, a lot of the keys, man, my keys, the way I do certain things, or like the way you run Call of Duty, it's shift. Well, for me in Halo, shift is to kneel. But I think that's my fault. I think I swapped those keys, so I need to work on that and fix those keys, because I think, yeah. It's way better, dude. I need to be able to run instead of kneel. Kneel's good every once in a while, but run makes more sense to do. I don't know. I need to play around with that. But either way, guys, the only thing I'm trying to say is that after this live stream, I will be on Twitch probably 15 minutes after that. Twitch only, to do some gameplay. My bad. Twitch and my gaming channel YouTube. So I do have another YouTube channel, which is a gaming channel. It's called Gaming with Lou. So I will be on that channel streaming. So if you want to follow me later on tonight when I do some gameplay, I will be on that after the live stream. This stream was more, again, hang out, talk, kind of reviewing certain plans that I have for my YouTube channel. I'm going to be, random. I'll be back. All right. Oh no, he said, all right, I'm back. All right, cool, man. Cool. But yeah, man. It's gonna be one of those deals. I want to talk about how, as I start to grow that YouTube channel, certain plans that I have for that channel, certain things I want to do in Discord. So I will be probably the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna be um, putting out to see anybody who wants to volunteer to either be a mod for the channels, right? Be a mod for the YouTube channel, maybe a mod for Discord. I'm gonna be asking for anybody who wants to volunteer from a sense of helping out with the channel as well, like from behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, maybe like if you're a software developer and you want to help out on some of those issues, you can. So I'll be giving y'all more input on that piece. Take care. Yeah, Christopher, you take care too, man. Have yourself a good weekend. And so yeah, man, be on the lookout for that. Random, let's see, go check out the gaming channel. It's a ton of fun. Yep, cool. Appreciate it, man. For the YouTube. Let's see. What else? All right, guys. Let me see. I think that's about it. Been on for about an hour again. Not a long stream, just about an hour. And this one's gonna be a little bit short. Just kind of talk a few things. Again, guys, I'm gonna be on my Twitch channel probably the next at 10:30. So in the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna be on Twitch and on my YouTube gaming channel. So if you wanna follow me then, while I do some gameplay, man, more than welcome to join that live stream as well. So I'm gonna be streaming the next 15 minutes, but this time for gaming, right? So be on my gaming YouTube channel and on Twitch. I'm gonna be doing some gaming tonight, so I'll be on those two channels: YouTube gaming channel, not my programming channel, but my YouTube gaming channel, and on Twitch. In the next 15 minutes, right? 10:30. So I'll be on 10:30. So you streaming on YouTube? Yes, I am, Random. I'm gonna be back at 10:30 on my gaming channel on YouTube. So I'll be back on that channel. So all right, guys, man, appreciate it. Thanks for joining the stream. And again, guys, I'll be on every Friday. I'm on the live stream every Friday from 9 to about 10:30 or so. And we'll be talking either tech or just talking like the way we did today and things of that nature, man. So appreciate it. Thanks for joining the live stream. And talk to you then. Peace.